Yes, recording. Good evening, everyone. Today I'll be doing this course for Miss Chan Piwan subject, which is Comp 4215, which is Media Management. And today I have with me Mr. Eric Samuel, who is a journalist, a former journalist from the Star, and he'll be sharing his opinions and thoughts on the subject of media management. Okay, so good evening, Mr. Eric. Patrick here. Okay, so could you give me your background, like your working experience in the Star and all that?
Okay, good evening. Actually, I've started off the media industry for almost 30 years now. I had a 3-year experience in Sarawak. I worked in a local newspaper there, and I was a journalist there. I was a rookie journalist, and I had to come my way up until after 3 years I moved to the Star. And my specialty is sports. I do sports journalism, and I've been doing that for last 27 years. In the last 2 years I opted out early retirement. And I started off as a cadet, and I moved up the ranks to deputy sports editor. And during my course of duty, I've traveled extensively, because sports is basically games, and you go travel wherever the national team or matches are going on. So I travel a lot. At the same time, also I also meet a lot of sports personalities. That is all during the course of my duty. So that's my almost 30 years in journalism, in sports reporting mostly.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Eric. So my first question would be, as you all know, the Star is still the #1 most circulated newspaper in Malaysia, and your fiercest competitor is Media Prima, which is News Straight Times. So, could you give me a few factors why how the Star has managed to stay ahead of its competitors in the market today?
Actually, since the day I joined the Star, we were a very aggressive paper, and aggressive in the sense that the editors in charge wanted the best from every reporter. Only the best survive here. In fact, when I joined the Star as a rookie, I was given 6 months grace period to buck up. If not, they say I do not want to be in the Star. So you see, the level of competitiveness is very high. And why we are #1 is because basically, you see, they want the best. You got to be the best. They want the best from the journalists. That's why we are #1, and we are trained. Most of them are well trained, and everyone knows their job scope. And the other thing is that in Star we have every department is specialized. Sports, you got your own department. Business, we have your own department. Petrol. So everybody is so specialized that we all are basically specialists in our own work. So that's why we see we can give the best for the readers.
My second question would be, when you produce a story or content in the sports section, what are the political or regulatory factors restricting you from writing certain stuff, like any laws or any statutes which you have to abide by, rules and regulations? Could you explain?
Yeah, I'm sure because there's always restrictions in any job. So in our job is basically, we have to be wary about false information, wrong information, and this we can avoid by doing our homework. And what the do's and don'ts basically, actually every journalist has to go for a course, law course, which is in conduct the Star. Most of the journalists have to attend this course. It's a 1-week course, I think, whereby the lawyer, the Star lawyer, will brief the journalists on the do's and don'ts, what they are supposed to do, how to go about it, because there's always a liability. You can be sued. There are a lot of cases that you can be sued because we don't know what's our right. So to avoid this, if we are going to enter into a dispute with somebody in our news reporting, we have to refer to our in-house Star lawyers to get the clearance approval. Okay, you can go ahead, please. So some of the do's and don'ts are there, and I think most of the time we abide by these because we don't get ourselves in trouble.
The next question would be, the current economic climate is one which is not favorable to newspapers and printing publications. So, how does the Star survive in such a tough economic climate? Could you give several factors?
Okay, actually, the Star was doing very well during the print era. During the print era, we were number one, and most of the journalists ourselves, we all were trained. You know, we go for shorthand classes those days because we want to be quick, get the facts. In fact, I took shorthand classes those days, but now it's basically not much of a use because now it's digital. And you see most of them using handphones, when the interview is going on, they are just keying in power and the story is sent so fast. Those days, print era, we have time because we come back for the morning assignment, we come back at night and we key in, and next day the news comes out. But now digital era is within seconds the news has to be up. So, and Star has taken the steps slowly but gradually. They have got the online team introduced slowly. I mean, for seniors like us who are in the print, soaked in the print all this while, for us it's a bit difficult because we're not used to the online. With the handphone so small. But we see the importance or significance of the digital era. Why we need the news to be fast, because it's breaking news. People hungry for news. So this is one of the reasons why stars. I think they have, over the years they have improved. They are on par now, and the online team has improved a lot. And those days, for example, when I used to do a story, I had to wait. I can relax, but now you have to give the gist of your story within minutes after your assignment or your press conference. Okay, you give the gist of your story, and after another half an hour, you refresh the thing and give extra details about the event or whatever function you're attending. It's this is what people in the digital era are looking for. They want to be kept abreast with the latest information. That's what we call it, latest information, and the digital era is there for that. Unlike the print, hey, next day morning you open the newspaper, it's stale. So that's why they want to give you the latest information fresh for the readers.
Thank you. My next question would be, what is the main revenue of the Star newspaper? Like, where does most of its revenue come from, and why do you think it's still relevant for those revenues to come in to sustain the Star newspaper for the long run?
I think it's very simple. The Star advertisement, I think they really are very aggressive. The advertisement is the advertising team is very aggressive. They are, I think, one of the strongest in the Star. They are one of the pillars, we call that, because they bring in the revenue. And there's so many areas where they bring in the revenue, and they are very good. They have the sense, they can smell where to bring in the money for the Star newspaper. It's like sports events, Formula One, the World Cup. These are all events where they make millions, and they'll capitalize on these type of events, and they will, they'll lure the advertisers. Hey, look, here we can give you, our rating is very high, and they impress them, and they do it. I've been there because I've done the World Cup pull-up. These are special editions, and they spend millions on the stuff just to come up with a 16-page additional pull-up for the World Cup, because it's a demand. The World Cup is something hot, and they want fresh stories. So the next day morning they already get the copies on the street, and these are all collector's items sometimes. So they know the advertising team are very. I think they know how to go about it to bring in the revenue.
So my next question will be, I have research and reports which show that most of the Star readers come from the high income group. why do you think the Star newspaper appeals more to the high income group more than anyone else?
I guess I think because we are quite strong in so many areas, so many sections of newspaper. Business section is one, and the business section is all mostly a lot of businessmen in this country. So that's where you get all the information, the business stock market exchange, and then there's other sections too. Metro, where there are events, local events, and then you have section 2. These are events, all these are events that fashion, following fashion. So these are that attracts them. We have variety. We have variety. The newspaper is a big package. It comes in a very good package, because a family can take a paper and then they can take you. We have sports bullock here, you have business here, you got the metro here, you got the weekender here, you got maritime. So they come with a package deal there. So that's one of the reasons why I find that it's a family paper. That's why everyone can read.
Okay, so my next question would be, could you describe your writing styles in the Star and what organizations they give you guidelines on how to write and how to create content in the sense of the newspaper, and how do you write them in certain styles? So could you give an example and elaboration on that?
Okay, I think every newspaper have they call it house styles. Star have their own set of house styles. It's a long list. I can't remember. It's like spelling. Sometimes most of it is spelling. Alostar is ALORSETR. But for Star we put Alostar. SETR becomes STR. And then we have for titles, Dato. So and so is a Dato. And Star house style is DATUK. Although some would have got the title DATO, but we still remain as DATUK. That's called house style. I don't know why, because they want some consistency like the newspaper. Hey, what is this? One day this, one day that. Even certain spellings are mostly spellings. And the Star also, like this sports section, we like to come up with this punch. To get the readers. The editors want to come up with, give the readers something crispy, crispy in the sense that for them to digest this news. Wow, so they will come. These are punch, and they are well trained for that. And these are specialists. They are just sitting there, and when they see these things, whatever events happen, and it automatically comes to mind tomorrow. Wow, everyone will be talking about Star came out with this.
Could you give an example?
Chong Wei, CHONGWEI, it becomes Chong WA, way to go. WAY, way to go, something like that. There's so many more. I can't remember. And most of it is, for football, the names. Like when we lost to Oman, a football team, we got a thrashing from them, and the back page went O and then hyphen and MEN. Oh man, to capture the readers. Oh, what's going on? Oh man, okay, we lost to Oman, so this becomes oh man. So these are things that something different. Newspaper comes up with catchy. Because tomorrow the paper it's all in the newsstands. People look at it, oh man, instead of Malaysia got trashed. So these are things that over the years the editors have become so specialized in this field that they want to give the readers the best headings with their vast knowledge over the years.
So my final question would be, moving forward in the future, how do you think the field of journalism has evolved over the years with the technological factors into it, and how do journalists have to be to fit into an organization? What kind of work, what kind of lifestyle can they expect to fit into the media organization like the Star in the future?
I think gone are the days. I started off from the typewriter. I remember when I joined the local paper newspaper in Sarawak. I started with a typewriter, and we went for classes. Then became laptop. Then I started taking laptops to the. First we took typewriters to the stadium to cover the games. Then became laptops. And laptops also, that time we need to key in the laptop, the wiring into the phone line. That's only we get transmission and go. That became Wi-Fi. You don't need telephone. So you can see the changes. And now I go to stadium, I just take my handphone. I can do everything there. With my own handphone, I can do in overseas also. Can you see how it has changed with just handphone? But having gone into all this transformation, I can tell you that the journalism task has become more difficult, because you have got to be 3-in-1, because now is everything digital, and you are required to do so many tasks, multitasking. You have got to interview, you've got to do a videography, you got to edit yourself, and you got to give a gist of the thing, alert, and you got to do so many, and then photography. So it's a one-man show. So instead of sending, those days you should send 2 people for the Olympics, a reporter and a photographer. Now they send 1. So you have got on your head everything, man. You got to think of the editing, videography, photography. So 3-in-1. So you have got to be really, really talented. Those days I just do interview, I get my story, I give to the editor, man, that's it. Now you got to do everything. You got to do the editing, you got to do, because once you tell the story, because you're fighting for time. Newspaper is all about time. So this is where people are going into journalism now. You've got to be really, really good at what you do. Fast, and then now the digital era, I don't know what's next coming up. How you got to be. When they introduced me, I was all the way from the typewriter. I started from the typewriter 30 years ago. So now when you have people covering with just handphones, some things which I envy. I look at the young boys, oh my God, they're so fast. The press conference is going on, and they are just keying in, how fast they can do it, and they send the story. They beat you flat. So you got to be fast, you got to be accurate, and this all needs a lot of training. So, but it's a challenge. At the end of the day, it's basically a challenge. Whoever loves it, you got to try it and be on top of what you're doing.
So my final follow-up question to that is this a way of media organizations trying to cut costs on downsizing the workers? Because you said a journalist had to multitask and do a lot of people's job in one. They gave an example, one person to do 2 or 3 people's job. So is this like benefiting the organization as a whole in terms of them surviving in a tough economic climate and all that? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think bottom line, that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to phase out. So they find people are quite redundant, especially the seniors. Hey, I can't do this, I can't do that. You see, in the newspaper industry now, there are some who at least you need to have that. A journalist, you've got to know editing also, because after your journalism life, there's a time when you slow down, you become a sub-editor. That's where you clear copies, and then you got to cut paste in the screen. You got to do layout. These are all jobs specialized. You got to train, and but some people can't do it. Some are just specialized in this. So basically now they found that this digital era, hey, one man can do everything, man. So as you said, the times economical times are bad now. So they are trying to phase out. They're trying to phase out and be prepared. You got to be, as I said, you have got to be prepared. You got to be multitasking. This is all about journalism. You're going to go to journalism. You're going to have multitasking. You got to do everything, and in fact I attended an online class, online at the peak of my career. I said, my God, I cannot adjust to this type of lifestyle. But young guys, wow, they're professional. They know how to do it. But the advantages and pros and cons, and those seniors have the experience. They can bring in content. But the present generation who are in this new, they are unable to get the contents and the context. You see, but unless we provide, unless the experience can provide the contents to this online, they know how to make thing life, bring life to that story. So maybe you still need the seniors there. It's upon the newspapers, no? I think, but most newspapers are, as far as I know now, they are already downsizing. There's already VSS going on. You know, the last 4-5 years, even Star has already downsized. They said too many staffs, and so basically that's what they're trying to do. But my personal opinion is, if you want to be the best, you need the content of the newspaper is the most important thing. The content. If you don't have content, people will not want to buy. Okay, you must have something to sell here. So if you're going to fail out the seniors, you've got to have a plan. Where are you going to get your content from? The freshers are coming, yes, they are good at, but are they able to give you the same quality? The same, this is the question, whether you want quality, or you want to have people who are ready to just give whatever. Because some of the stories, you see, the seniors go, they do research, they give you a package. So this is left to the media bosses to decide what they want.
Thank you so much for the information.